Hello, everyone. It is 12 o'clock, and I am getting ready to start the Money Mindset Manifestation Masterclass with you. I'm going to talk to you about your financial goals and dreams and how to chase them and achieve them with more efficiency, energy, and joy on your life, where all the wonderful things that come from these goals can really infiltrate into other areas of your life and raise you up, so you can continue on making incredible progress in whatever direction your heart takes you. Now, I just want to do a quick sound check. Can everyone hear me? If you could just type in the chat box, let me know you can hear me okay. Maybe type in the area that you're calling from or the country that you're calling in from. Kim's there, Michaela, everyone can hear. We've got people tuning in. Everyone can. Fantastic. This is brilliant. Canada, Sydney, Perth. Oh, wow. It is so exciting to connect with absolutely Adelaide. Everyone, welcome. Welcome. I'm really excited about today's masterclass. I'm going to move at a fast pace, though. So please make sure you take a moment now to grab a piece of paper and a pen, and maybe even a highlighter if there's something really important here that you hear and you think, I need to remember this. I want to make sure that I use it and it works and apply to my life. Byron. So grab that piece of paper and pen right now if you don't have one nearby. I'll just give everyone a couple of minutes to tune in and get comfortable. Also, as I said, I'm going to move at a fast pace, but if you have questions, I'm going to make sure that I get through everything so that you can ask questions at the very end. And nothing is off topic here. I am a complete open book, and you can ask me whatever you want, and I will answer it to the best of my ability. Okay, so looks like it is 1 minute past 12. Great to see everyone's here. Everyone, thank you so much for letting me know you can hear me loud and clear and where you are. I know that a lot of people are overseas as well, watching this, getting up in the night to watch this presentation. Please know you'll also get a copy of this as well. So if you think, oh my gosh, I didn't quite get that, and write it down in time, we can organize for a copy of the presentation to be there for you, as you can go back and watch this again and again as many times as you'd like. All right, moving on quickly so that we can have plenty of time. Today, I'm going to talk to you about your financial goals and dreams and how to show up to them in a very different way, because I want to help you achieve your goals and dreams, and I also want to help create a trigger and a flow-on effect and a shift and breakthrough where it's not just me inspiring you and helping you, but you can then take everything that I'm going to teach you and show you to share with others, and you start inspiring them. Now, I'm going to ask everyone a quick question. I'm going to ask you actually to reply in the chat box. How are you all feeling right now, considering we are more than 3/4 of the way through the year, about your financial goals? With the rising cost of living, interest rates going up, the economic situation right now, and the lack of confidence we're starting to see, looming recessions. How are people feeling about their goals? Are you feeling resilient? Are you feeling strong? Are you not really worried? Or are you feeling a little bit frustrated? Are you feeling fearful? Are you feeling anxious? Are you feeling a sense of panic and despair? Let me know how you're feeling, because if there is something wrong, this is the place, the safe space for us to look at this and to work on it together. And I'm going to give you lots of hacks. I'm going to give you lots of ideas, and I'm going to completely reframe the way that you look at your financial goals and dreams so that you can start chasing them, as I said, with greater efficiency, focus, clarity, and actually understand quite possibly what are the things you may have been doing incorrectly internally, so that you could actually start to see bigger, better results and faster results. So if you could just let me know how you're feeling right now about the situation. Feeling overwhelmed. You're feeling ready to reset. Sally, I'm so glad you said that you're ready to reset, because it means you are ready to try something different, because you understand what you have been doing in the past isn't working. That is amazing. You need to get more confident. Leanne's saying, yes, absolutely. This is what we need right now, is confidence. Rebecca said she's feeling worried, anxious. Keller said she's looking for solutions. Yes, okay, solutions. This is what we're going to also talk about, opening ourselves up to opportunities. Because guess what, everyone? We are all presented with opportunities around us to work on our financial goals and dreams, but so many of us are in a rush, tunnel vision, stuck in a place of fear, stress, and anxiety. We can't even see what actually things are out there that will help us get by and help us achieve our goals. Chrissy's written, what's the point when you don't have enough income? I hear you. The rising cost of living, there isn't much left over at the end of the day. Sometimes there's not actually enough to get through. So I hear you. Valentine has written, ready to learn and feel empowered. This is exactly what this masterclass is all about, because I tell you what, I'm a financial planner, and I get so worried when I see people not making progress with their goals because they're stuck. And I'm going to push you through this so that you can start moving again. So my question to everyone today is, if I could show you how to achieve your goals and dreams at a greater sense of personal growth, development, awareness, and achieve your goals sooner, faster, and actually feel inspired to start raising the roof and looking what else is out there for you to achieve, would you want to hear about this? Is that something you're interested to learn more about and you would like to apply in your own life? Renee, Leanne, Karen, yes, everyone's singing Rhonda, everyone's saying yes. Pip, yes. Holly, yes. This is what we're going to talk about. Claire, yes. Claire, hi Claire. Amelia, Serena, that's what we want to talk about. This is the space and the time for us to now look at where we are right now and go, all right, if we want to see profound results in our lives and profound personal growth and development, we need to show up with a different energy, attitude, and mindset. And we need to get really clear about what we want in life so we can go and attract those opportunities and go from strength to strength. Now, for people who are not familiar with who I am a financial planner. I'm a fairly well-known financial planner. I've done a lot of work in the media. I've got 2 books, one of which was a bestseller called The $1,000 Project, where I essentially hustled and even to a certain degree manifested and attracted $1,000 at a time and built which is worth now over $250,000 over the course of the last 8 years. I've been quoted by the New York Times. I was quoted by Mamma Mia as the money whisperer. I have 2 podcasts, one of which is called How Do They Afford That with Michael Thompson from the guys from Fear and Greed, which is Australia's top business podcasters. And then I have my own one, SUGARMAMMA'S FIREPLAY. I did lots of work with Channel 9. I do keynote speaking around the country. Now, as I said, I'm well known, but I'm a financial planner. So guess what? At the end of the day, my bread and butter is to crunch numbers, to look at the rules, the regulations, the caps, the fees, the taxes, the returns. And I am not here to talk about woo-woo here because this stuff is important. You need to understand your superannuation. You need to manage it correctly in your 401k plans, your pension accounts, whatever your country's retirement plan is. You've got to pay attention to those. You've also got to do a budget. You've got to know where your money goes so that you can start understanding your money and understanding your value system and start directing it properly towards your goals. You've got to do the practical stuff. But if you want to really succeed in life financially, and this is something that I will put my hand and heart and guarantee you, if you can start applying your mindset correctly and we can fix up your goals to make them really clear and direct, you will start seeing bigger, better progress with your goals. Those credit card debts will come down faster. Those savings accounts will grow. Your investment portfolio and the passive income will start actually moving in a better direction because you are now open to opportunities. You see them, you say yes, you show gratitude, and you apply them and you put them in place. And there's something incredible in this powerful shift and breakthrough where magic just actually happens. This is the stuff I want to show you. This is the stuff I want to teach you. Now, as I'm talking about this, I want you to know that if you want to work with me and want to take these conversations to another level where you start actually doing a program for yourself, I do have a program available, which I will share with you during this masterclass if you want to do that. And it's an incredible program where you get to actually work with me directly on a one-on-one basis, but you also get to be a part of an incredible community where we all uphold each other's wishes and dreams and goals, support each other, give each other inspiration, give each other ideas. We talk about this stuff because the more you see, the more you get, and what you appreciate appreciates. All right. So as a financial planner, and I have been a financial planner for over 20 years, I have seen it all. I have seen people living in very small, humble homes with like 8-figure investment portfolios. And I've seen people living in 8-figure homes with no money and 8-figure mortgages as well. I've seen it all. Nothing shocks me. Nothing surprises me. But there is one thing that always stands out to me immediately with people who are succeeding with their goals versus people who are just kind of like coasting along. They're doing okay, but they're not really reaching their true potential. They actually are worthy of more, they're capable of more, but they kind of are stuck in this like big black duck hole. Now, the other people, when I can see this, is they have this lightness about them. They have this enthusiasm, this passion, this inspiration. They've got this focus, this amazing get up and go, this tenacity. And when people learn how to become like that, those are the people that achieve their goals really quickly. And I could see quite often with my clients in my financial planning practice that this group where they had this positive, vibrant attitude were actually smashing their goals to the point where we would have to have reviews more often because the goals had been achieved so quickly. And we were, instead of having a passive goal of $70,000 a year, we were meeting again to say, oh my gosh, you were tracking so well. Let's look at maybe making it a $90,000 passive income goal. And then we'd be catching up again, and going, hang on, all right, we're going to have to up this number again. Let's make it 110. And it was amazing. And the funny thing, though, was these two different groups weren't earning any more money or spending less money or winning money. No, they had exactly or very similar situations. And they both still had setbacks and challenges and moments where they were confronted or things that just kind of happened out of the blue. They weren't, no two groups were immune from this. But the one that had this high vibration, energy, pizzazz, excitement for life were just thriving. And I could really see what they were doing. I could see how they were talking. I could see what their goals were. I could see how they were showing up every day. I could see and talk to them about the work that they were doing internally for their goals to make sure that they were supercharged for those goals. And the results spoke for themselves. Now, the reason why I could see this is because I do this myself. So I could see which clients were going to really do well. And I could see which clients really needed help to get them from being in this stuck, dark, place of acceptance and kind of defeat almost into the client B group that were just thriving. And I have learnt myself to apply all these techniques. I've witnessed, I've experienced, I've tried, I've tested, I've even failed sometimes with these things. So what I want to do is show you, if you're someone who's feeling like they're stuck in zone A, the client A's, we're going to get you to client B's, because you will start to see a huge impact in your life. And in fact, only yesterday I received a DM from someone who watched this masterclass a couple of weeks ago saying that they have really, one particular thing I'm about to show you, they've been doing in their lives, and they already have had a huge shift at work where their offers actually sent them a gift to say thank you for all the work they're doing because they're showing up differently. The one thing I want you to do is in this minutes right now is agree that we need to do something different. Okay, is that Albert Einstein saying, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again but expecting a different result? If you don't think that you are really giving your goals, if you don't think you're really tuning into or tapping into your full potential, let's refresh things. Let's tweak things up. Let's give things a bit of a overall shake up. And let's go back to those goals, fine tune them, clear up your mindset, and then go after them. So we're going to really do things differently. And when we can create change in our life, it's really quite incredibly powerful. Now, if you are feeling a little bit ashamed or embarrassed or negative right now, please know that this is not your fault. I want you to get rid of all the shame and the guilt and the embarrassment if you're feeling, as you said, overwhelmed, anxious, negative, that there's not enough out there. Scarcity is what that is, because it's not your fault. And I'm going to show you why you're feeling like that. And I'm going to show you how to stop that and to protect yourself right now. The first thing is, and this is one of the most toxic things, is the media. I'm going to just fix this. Okay. These are some headlines from over the last couple of weeks, and every single one of them is negative. There is not a single title here that's positive or uplifting. And if we don't even need to read these articles, we just need to flick our eyes across the headlines, you feel negative. We are sadly wired for doom and gloom. unfortunately, these are the stories that do really well in media. This gets people clicking on pages and reading them. So they just continue to feed us negativity. Have you ever seen a headline that said, middle-class Australians thriving with their family budgets, household debt coming down at record levels, financial wellness 20% rise around the world, charity donations up 10%? Do we ever see a headline like that? Can you let me know? Rhonda's just said negativity sells. Yep. Isn't that sad that we are now wired like this? I remember actually during COVID, I was addicted to social media because it was just, what's the latest news headline? What's the latest news headline? So let me know if you know what I'm referring to right now. It is quite frightening. So if we feed our brains this, how do you think that's going to show up in our lives? How do you think we're going to look at our goals, knowing that Australians, are we going to have a low Australian dollar for the next 5 years? And that means our holidays are now for the next 5 years are going to be really expensive, and we're probably not going to be able to afford to go overseas. Or that food is so much more expensive now. We're going to really have to cut back all the luxuries and just get the absolute basics. The worst headline here, which is the most frightening one, and that is the rising financial distress in Australia triggers surge in calls to suicide hotline. So enough's enough. We need to stop this, and we need to do things differently. And then what we need to do is, when we see that this works and we feel and experience the shifts and breakthroughs, we need to tell other people what we're doing, how we're facing our goals differently. We're looking them, we're accepting, we're grateful, we're living in a place of abundance, prosperity. And as you do this, people will see your energy is different. There's a different bounce to your step. You spring out of bed, you turn up with a smile, you have this like vibe about you. So the media is probably one of the biggest influences in keeping us stuck. The second thing is the system. We're taught that, wanting money is greedy, wanting financial freedom is materialistic. It's funny, I was talking to this girl this morning in LA, and she talked about YOLO, like everyone's doing it, everyone's got student debt. It's just the way it goes. That's the norm. Keep going. That's probably one of the newest, most newest version of the system keeping us stuck. It's the way it is. Get used to it. Everyone's struggling right now. Everyone's drowning in debt. It's just the way it is. No, it doesn't have to be that way. You don't have to live like that. You are completely capable and worthy of creating the life of your dreams. You just need to get clear about what those dreams are and understand why you have those dreams, so that you can fuel yourself correctly in the right way that suits your needs and desires. And there's a lot of this tall poppy syndrome in Australia, where people see people succeeding with something really simple, and they seem to pull them down. Oh, well, they're not educated, or they just got lucky, or they come from money, or even though they may have actually never received any money, people like to really discredit and pull down people's successes who've broken the mold, broken barriers, got hit through certain thresholds, and to a certain degree, which I put my hand up, is play it safe. Okay. So Claire's just said dreams and goals are so important. Also setting boundaries. Absolutely. So you have to really start protecting yourself from the negativity that's trying to keep us stuck. They're trying to keep us in group A, when really we should be going in group B, so we can continue on with our growth and development. And to be really honest, a lot of people are scared of really what's out there for them. They don't like change. They're scared of what they really should be working on. They don't even want to confront the fact that they're actually not reaching or going for their true potential. And they play it safe, they play low, and they're very closed to these types of conversations. Now, not everyone stays like that. Some people do eventually realize that they have to do things differently if they want to see bigger and better change in their lives, and they have different moments of breakthrough and awarenesses and aha moments and inspiration. And so people have their times of doing this, but you need to know this is not your fault. Don't feel bad if you're feeling negative about your money right now. Feel excited, because we're going to change it right now. Because whenever I hear people talking about their financial future in a negative way, I feel so incredibly sad, because I know that it is only holding you back from achieving so much greatness in your life. So I want to share with you a story where I almost got it wrong. And that is me trying to play it safe, not trying to rock the boat, not liking change. Now, we all know that change sometimes is a little bit scary and daunting, but over the other side of change is opportunities, new experiences, and growth. And when we're growing, we're alive. Now, to cut a really long story short, Tom wanted us to move house, and he had this burning desire, which was a crazy burning desire, this ridiculous idea and expectation that we could go and do something. And I didn't want to do it. I wanted to play safe. I didn't want to rock the boat. I didn't want to sail too close to the wind. I was playing it comfortable. And he got really angry at me and said, "You are holding us back. And you are being closed-minded." And I didn't like this. And I hated it, actually, because I'm someone who's very open to the flow of money. I'm open to ideas and opportunities and movement, because that's life. That's growing. That's evolving. And that's important for us to be living our lives to the fullest. So I didn't like this. So after multiple arguments, I agreed I would work on this, and I would open myself up to the idea and start exploring it within my safe boundary zone. So I admitted that, yeah, okay, this is not like me, because it was quite confronting hearing this. So I asked myself this one question: if I could wave a magic wand, what would I want to create? And I took myself to a quiet space, closed my eyes, and I was like, okay, well, what would you like? If you knew you couldn't fail, you could do this. What's the home that you would like to create? And it was quite profound. It was this it was almost like a out of body experience. But I closed my eyes and I saw this house. It was white. It was glass. There were palm trees blowing. I could hear the ocean. It was quite freaky. And after doing this, I really surrendered to the process. And I'm cutting a really long story short, but about the house appeared, basically, that I had just visualized. And within a month, we were signing papers buying that exact house. So by staying in a place of fear, it stops us moving forward. It stops us reaching our true potential. So the question I have to you right now is, if you could wave, or I could wave for you, a magic wand, what in your life, what would you like to achieve? What would you like to create? What are your dreams of freedom? Perhaps you would like to clear your mortgage. Perhaps you would like to start an early retirement, or perhaps you'd like to be able to retire with a more luxurious lifestyle. Perhaps you'd like to buy your dream home. Perhaps you'd like to start your investment portfolio. If I could remove that fear in your life, what is behind that? And if you are feeling anxious doing this, it's okay. It's all right. This is a safe space, but I want you to surrender. And okay, a house with property. Yeah, thank you for sharing. Let me know if I could wave that magic wand, what is that you want to achieve? Because I want to show you how to start attracting those things. I want to start getting you on that path so that you are working towards that dream of yours and seeing how magical opportunities are around you when you're in proper alignment to your goals and dreams. You are open to them. You are attracting them. You are seeing them, and you are seizing them, and you're saying thank you, and you're then giving yourself the opportunity of even more. So multiple forms, PIP, multiple sources of passive income. Beautiful. Rebecca, I just want security. I don't want to live paycheck to paycheck. All right, Rebecca, can I stop you on this? This is a really good one. Okay, we become what we think about. Okay, so if we are telling ourselves, I don't want to live paycheck to paycheck, we are actually saying to our brains, I want to live paycheck to paycheck. We're keeping ourselves stuck. So what I want you to do, Rebecca, is I want you to focus on what you want, not what you don't want. So you say, I want an abundance of income and cash flow security. See how that starts to feel in your body. I want. And we start having those keywords that we want, we start to attract that. Thinking about what we don't want keeps us frozen in fear. Okay. Leanne, she wants an investment portfolio. Leanne, you can start an investment portfolio today. There's nothing holding you back. Claire, owning my own family home and a holiday home. Beautiful goals. Think about Claire's goal here, owning my own home and a holiday home. They're beautiful goals to have. Ask yourself, what are the feelings that come from that? What is it really about that? Is it the security? Is it a creative space where you can design and style for your own goals and needs? Like, what is it? Why do you really want your own home? Why do you want your own beach house? Like, what does it represent? It's going to be a place where my family can grow up and we can create memories that last a lifetime. See how now we're not just taking a goal that's a surface level goal, and that maybe a society goal even, but actually we're going down deep into that goal. We're connecting with the values, what it represents to us, not on a materialistic level of wealth, but on a meaningful level. It's going to give us security. It's going to give us safety. It's going to give us comfort. It's going to give us, a level of protection and allow us to be able to welcome more people into our home. These are all things where we start to add depth to our goals so that we're even more motivated and focused and have an even greater sense about who we are and what we want and the authenticity behind that goal and dream. Now, so don't be afraid of letting yourself go surrender to this, because when I surrendered to this, it came to be very clear about what actually was behind that. And I opened up the path to then to be able to clear the block of that fear and attract in what I wanted. And it was freaky. Literally the exact home that I visualized is the one that we're living in right now. And one thing I will say is, when you have a great vision, we can sometimes get really stuck and thinking, well, okay, I want to have this goal, but that's ridiculous because how could I possibly ever afford that? That mindset, again, is one that keeps us stuck because it's one that's stuck in scarcity and limitations. If you can take that goal that we just talked about, that you surrendered into, where I said, if I could wave a magic wand for you and we could achieve this, that is when you start to open yourself up to the opportunities around us. And every single day, every single minute, we are presented with opportunities to save money and to earn money and to the little blessings that come our way. And the more we see, the more we get. And the more we appreciate, the more it appreciates. Even this morning, I was actually having a conversation with someone on Monday about saving money and hustling money. And I was saying to them, you know what, even if you go onto websites like Cashback and Shopback and all those cash rewards, they have bonuses where if you switch utility providers, you get a bonus $250. There is stuff like that. There's thousands of things out there that you can do to earn extra money. And if you get really clear about your goals, you can use those hustling opportunities to attract money and earn money, and then put them towards supercharging your goals so that you're achieving those goals at a bigger, better, faster capacity. So if you want to look at your goals, and we go back to that goal I just asked you about, is surrendering and waving that magic wand, look at what came up. Can we go back to some of those answers you guys wrote down? And can we start to get really clear and get rid of the fluff? Okay. So Wanda has written in her comments as her goals to be mortgage free with a property portfolio, providing a passive income and being able to travel. Amazing goal. I love this. And of course, I'm sure you haven't put details behind this, but these numbers, but I want you to do your goals clearly. I want to get rid of the fluff. It's great to have a goal to have passive income, but I want you to tell me, what is your passive income goal? I want you to say, well, I want my goal and dream, and let's even remove the words dream now. Let's make it a goal, because a goal is far more real and puts a goal can sometimes feel like something floating around in space, but when we start saying actually it's a goal of mine, we start to actually organically trigger and create the actions needed to achieve that goal. Sometimes dreams can be seen as daydreaming, but because we're now shifting this into a goal, we're shifting this into something that's actually going to transform from inside our head and heart into our reality. So Wanda, your goal now is to build a passive income of X dollars per year by this date. The value behind that passive income goal is that you can then travel around the world or around the country, experiencing and meeting different people and witnessing different cultures and events and creating beautiful moments and memories. See how now we're getting really clear with that goal? It's not just a goal for passive income. It's a goal for a passive income of X amount of dollars per year, which means allows you to travel this place and this place and that place. Even the goal around a mortgage free, like what number is that? Money loves definition and clarity. When you get really clear with what you want and how much you want it and when you want it and why you want it, money flows to you. It's freaky. I shared in my podcast about manifesting March that when I was about to start manifesting March, I got a block. I couldn't think about what I wanted, how much money I wanted to manifest and what I wanted the money to go towards. And I was starting to panic. Anyway, it hit me what the goal needed to be. And I was really excited about this goal. And the moment I got clear about this and about where this goal was and what it was for and why I liked it, boom, within minutes of it deciding that, a text message flew up on my phone saying, Canna, are you available to do some market research? Is paying, whatever it was, $150 to do this. Boom. That was the universe going, right, that is the correct goal for you. You are getting clear. You are getting defined. You are getting serious about this. Here's your first opportunity to make this happen. Now, as I said, the more we see, the more we get, and what we appreciate. So the moment I said, yes, I'm going to do that market research job, yes, it may only be a small amount of what I'm trying to manifest here, but it doesn't matter because I'm grateful. I'm going to take that, say yes, say thank you, and I'm going to make sure that I follow my line of definition and clarity and put that $150 towards that manifesting goal. Boom, another thing happens. It just literally happened, boom after boom after boom. I said yes to everything because I built this amazing momentum. So if you want to do this, please get really, really clear with your goals. Now, in a couple of minutes, I'll share with you the program if you want to work with me and talk about this stuff in far more detail, because what I'm sharing with you today is a fraction of the stuff that I do and how I work with everyone and the community that I have for everyone to join in and be a part of as well. Now, a common question I get asked is, how do I get out of this place of scarcity, of fear, of panic, of anxiety, of being overwhelmed, defeated, and step into this place of abundance, even excitement, passion, enthusiasm, focus, determination? How do you do that? Well, what we do is we take a moment to say thank you and show gratitude for what we have. Because I'm going to say this again, what we appreciate appreciates. And hopefully you're writing this down. What we appreciate appreciates. This is going to, even after this masterclass, you'll go away and you'll see little things will happen and you'll be like, there you go. I said thank you to that, and I'm getting more of it and more of it. You'll hear my voice in your head, I promise. So this is what we need to do. Instead of saying, I need, can everyone stop using the words I need? I need more money. I need my credit card paid off. I need a pay rise. I need more money in my superannuation. I need more money in my investment portfolio. I need a bigger deposit. Can we stop saying I need? It is the most toxic, self-limiting, self-destructive, self-sabotaging thing to say about your goals, because it keeps you stuck. It creates procrastination, because we're saying I can't progress until I have this. And the word I need is a word of scarcity and lack of, because you're saying I don't have enough money. I don't have a deposit. I don't have enough money to be credit card free. Like it's so bad. What I want you to do is say the words, I would like more. I would like more money in my superannuation account. I would like more money in my savings account. I would like more, a greater salary. I would like a greater salary. Or I would like more of a pay rise. I would like more of a bonus. I would like even more money from the government. I would like more savings in my bank account. Now, that in itself, can you just see how that feels in your body? Can people write in the chat box and let me know what that feels like when you stop saying the word I need and look at those goals? I would love to own more of my home outright for Wanda there. I would like to have more in my share portfolio. Yeah, isn't there a lightness, guys? Yeah, you can see this. You feel empowered. It feels much better. Feel calm. So when you're looking at your goals, your financial goals, can you promise me you're going to do this? You're going to start looking at those goals instead of saying, I want or I need a share portfolio, or I need superannuation to be fixed, or I need this to go. I would like more. I would like more money in my superannuation. I would like more of a tax refund. I would like more of my credit card paid. Those are the things. And you want to raise the roof on this, start saying, I would love more. Again, we're putting gratitude in there. This is what multiplies. This is what creates the magic, the shifts. This is where weird stuff happens. And I say weird stuff isn't beautiful weird stuff, like freaky stuff, like stuff that you go, oh my goodness, oh wow. Like you start, your whole energy is just so different. And I'll tell you what, if you can learn to do this on a regular basis, this is what I'm talking about, sustainability with our personal growth and development. I used to use a lot of manifestation as I've used manifestation my whole entire life, and I've used it also in a bad way, which I share with you in this program. And you know what, I'm actually going to share with you the program if anyone is like, okay, I need to understand what Canna's talking about and work with her on this. I'll just keep it up there for people who want to actually work with me. But as I've been doing manifestation work for a little while, as I said, I did some things with destruction, and I failed with my manifestation. But the biggest, and I share with you what to do to avoid these traps and tricks, because there's lots of them. And I just used that example, actually, I think it was with Wanda maybe, about like not being clear with your goals, having too much fluff. And even someone else had the goal about a living the lady who wrote Paycheck to Paycheck. I don't want to live paycheck to paycheck. That again is another trap or trick. You want to focus on what you want. Please don't ever focus on what you don't want. You need to learn to rewrite that and reframe it so you're focusing on the keywords that you want to attract in your life. Now, in doing manifestation work and mindset work, is what I realized is I was using these techniques to get out of jail. Like, not physically go to jail, but I was using it to get out of sticky situations or to quickly create and attract a successful goal that I really wanted. And then the moment I got it, I just let it go. And I realized in doing the Gabby Bernstein program that was actually a complete disrespect and misuse of this very powerful technique. If the universe loves helping us, it loves serving us, because when we use this work quickly and we use it properly and we use it in the right way, not only are we creating amazing greatness for us, we're actually able to better the community, and we inspire other people, and we become a light, and our light shines, and our light shines very brightly and goes very wide, and we're able to help other people. And if you think about it, money actually enhances what we've got. So if we've got goodness within us, it's only going to enhance that. So when we have more money, we have more money to give to charity. We have more time to give back to our family and friends. We have more time and money to put back into the planet and our environment and undoing all the horrible things we've done in the past. There's so much greatness that comes from being financially free and independent. Our goals are actually for not just for us. They're not about us. They're about the impact we leave on others and what we leave behind. So promise me this: you will stop saying I need, you will start saying I would love more. Because when we say that, it's saying thank you to what we've got. I would appreciate having more. It's a much nicer place to be in and to sit in. So when we do this, yes, it does improve our financial well-being. And when we apply these techniques to our goals, so we learn to say with our goals, I would love more money paid off on our credit card. That is great, because what it does is improves our financial well-being. It has a flow-on effect that improves how we show up every day in our lives. And when we start to see that this works, our debts are coming down, our savings are going up, our superannuation is growing, our passive income is one step further to where it needs to be, it improves the quality of our life in that we're more present, we're less short-tempered, we show up to work with more enthusiasm, because we know that that's an important part of achieving our goals and on our journey of life. We're a lot more open to ideas and inspiration. We feel more connected and committed to everything around us. It has a really life-changing impact. And my financial planning practice is SAS Financial. When I was, the pillars behind it were actually, financial wealth is not necessarily about money. Yes, it's an important element, but wealth to me is intellectual wealth, spiritual wealth, relationship wealth, not just with relationship with the people around us and our family, but also the relationship within ourselves. And then, of course, our physical health, our mental health, our spiritual health and growth and development, and then, of course, our financial health. It really does. And this is I do believe the world is moving this way. We're getting rid of that old-fashioned mentality about, what wealth really is, and that money takes money to earn money, and, this kind of very old man style of that's really stuck in scarcity about money. And we're starting to see, actually, there are lots of opportunities around us. In fact, I've got a beautiful story to tell you. I was talking to my friend, and she's a new friend of mine, and she's a neighbor. And we're just talking, and she said, I made $50,000 during COVID. And I was like, are you serious? How? And she's like, my mum's a seamstress. She's worked really hard her whole entire life. And during, obviously no one was getting their clothes altered during COVID lockdown. So her mum started making face masks, and she made these beautiful origami face masks. And my friend put them on Etsy and made $50,000 selling them on Etsy for her mum. Like, money can be made out of thin air. It really can. But you've got to hear these stories to realize this. You've got to hear the success. And this is the community I've built through this program. And the first thing it takes is, for that shift, is awareness. These opportunities do exist. We just need to, when we see them, we need to take them, because if we don't take them, they dry up. The universe stops sending us this way. So what I have done is created a program where I can show you all the different things you can do in your life to fine-tune your goals and dreams, to get really clear, so that when you write your goals down and you read your goals, you actually are writing them correctly. You're using the right keywords. You're using positive words. You're not overloading yourself with too many goals. And we actually can write your goals so that we can almost combine a couple of goals into the one goal. And I call this, I show you how to build your own elevator pitch, so that if you and I, who don't know each other, get into an elevator together, within seconds, you can tell me exactly who you are and what you are chasing. And I know what your goal is, and when you want to achieve it by, and exactly how much. And the important thing is also with this, if you have a fluffy goal, how are you, like, I want to, be debt free. What does that really mean? How are you going to know that you've achieved that goal if you're not clear about what the benchmarks are or the signs that you've actually achieved it? So how are you going to feel good about yourself? And there's a reason why I always say progress fuels success, is because when you see, oh, wow, another $1,000 paid off my card, or another $500 in my savings account, or wow, another $6,000 in my superannuation account, or wow, look at my passive income grow. That is the trigger, this inspiration to push bigger, better progress, and to continue on building up that momentum and feeling your mojo explode, where you actually go, wow, I can do this. In fact, I can do even more. I can do even bigger and better. And these are those clients I was talking about that would go from strength to strength. And they just took this like evolution where it just exploded. And it was an honor to be a part of and to help these people and to watch it, and to also have that inspire me in my own life, and also me to see, all right, that's what works. That actually was what went wrong, and share all this in this program. So when you start, this is this beautiful quote, manifesting is real. Start speaking positivity in your life in the way that you think and speak, and watch the magic unfold. This is the freaky stuff that happens. And this is the other one. As you start to walk on the way appears. Whenever I've had big, crazy goals of mine, and some of them have been so outrageous, there's definitely been an element within me, or even with Tom, that said, how are we going to possibly achieve that? That's so ridiculous. But I've still said, no, I'm going to hold faith. I'm going to keep this as my vision, and I'm going to stay open, surrender, and see where this takes me. And yes, there are times where I fall short of that goal, but I still get there and I still make progress. And sometimes the biggest blessing that comes from achieving a goal isn't actually the money, but it's what is behind that, what I've learned about myself, what I've learned about my skill set, the people that I've met, the conversations that I've had, the ideas that I've got. Sometimes they can be even bigger and better than the actual financial windfall themselves. And it's a classic example of this is about having faith and just having a vision and allowing the universe to serve and work with you and for you, because you're clear on what you want. Is a classic example. As the beginning of the year, I said to Tom when I was doing my vision board, I really want us to go on a holiday. We haven't been overseas as a family for 4 years. Tom and I are working really hard at the moment, and I said, I want to take us to a hot, warm holiday. I'd love to go overseas, maybe Bali or Fiji. And Tom at the time was like, why would you even put that on your vision board? Like, that's so ridiculous right now. We are trying to rebuild our emergency savings with all these expenses coming in. That's just ridiculous. Like, why would you waste it? I was like, you know what, Tom? I don't care. I'm still putting it on there. I'm going to do this. And so I did. I put the picture of a beach, and I did all this visualization work in the first person and third person, where I could see myself at the airport, moving through airport security, the passports in my hand. I could feel the passports. I could smell the passports. I could hear the sounds of the airport. I could hear the seatbelts of the plane being clicked in. I could feel the warmth of the summer holiday, and feel wrapping my kids up in a beach towel, and the smell of sunscreen. Like I went really deep with this type of work. And lo and behold, a couple of months ago, Tom and I are in bed on a Sunday night, and Tom's like, look, you see these frequent flyers, like, oh my God, I've got all these credits from COVID where his flights had to be cancelled. Now, where the way these credits work, and there's a bit of in the press about this, they're quite complicated to use, and you basically have to use them in big chunks. He's like, Canna, I actually think I've got enough to pay for all of us to fly to Bali. And to cut a long story short, we go to Bali. And it's not costing us anything really, because we're using all these credits, and of course some frequent flyer points along the way. So this is what I mean, like magic happens. There is weird things that happen. I've had situations with people I know who they've needed something, a particular thing that they've had to buy, and so they're working on that. And then all of a sudden, out of the blue, someone said, "Hey, I've got this spare such and such. Do you want it?" And that is the exact thing that they need and want. If you could just focus on the vision and allow things to happen, the universe will serve and work for you. But you've got to be open, and you've got to say thank you, and you've got to take it with open arms, because if that will then allow more things to flow to you. Manifesting March is an example of this. I have been doing this for 7 years in a row, I think it is. And I used to just put myself out there all by myself in the big wide world. And it was quite scary, because I was like, I'm going to sound like a crackpot doing this Manifesting March challenge. But last year, every year, more and more people do it. And it was predominantly women. But this year, I had men doing this as well. And these are just some of the text messages, or sorry, not text messages, DMs on Instagram of people messaging me saying, this is what I manifested. Like they're like, manifestation works, like love your work. Like, about what people have done. Like this woman that's a red canoe. She is in Switzerland. She manifested a holiday. Then she's like, I need something that's financially friendly to manifest. And she manifested a canoe that was gifted to her for her holiday. Like it's quite freaky. Now, if you want to do this, I can help you and I will work with you. I have I think it's like a whole pile of closed private podcasts and videos for you to watch, so that you can see the steps. Where to start, how to do it, what to avoid, what traps to watch for. And I have a workbook there for you to complete, and that becomes your journal, like almost like a diary. And so you can use that to grow and evolve, and then you can apply this in other areas of your life. Now, I'm a financial planner, so money is my thing. You can use the techniques I show you to manifest love or health, that's fine. But what I am showing you in this workshop and this online course is how to do manifestation and mindset to achieve your financial goals, to get ahead with money, to move out from that place where you live paycheck to paycheck and you're stuck in a place of fear and anxiety, but you actually can see the windfalls, you can see the opportunities, you can see the blessings in disguise. And that's another big one that comes from this economic climate. I'm calling it not the cost of living crisis, I'm calling it the cost of living challenge. I think this year has been such an interesting year for so many households, including my own. And when I look at this and what it's made, the changes it's forced me to make in my life and in my family's life, we value more wholesome activities rather than activities that we would just throw money at. For me now, it's more, I feel more connected as a family making a picnic and taking it to the park than I would be if I was taking my kids to the movies and dropping $60 there. It's really made me live, I think, a greater level of appreciation, respect, but more committed and connected to connection and what wealth really, one of my pillars of wealth. So if you want to do this, I will help you. I will hold your hand. I will be your sounding board. You have access to me, but you need to know that you need to help yourself. You are going to have to do the work. You're going to have to look at your goals, but you've got to have the desire to do things differently. Because if you do things differently, you're going to have the opportunity to do things better. Now, how is everyone feeling with everything that I've just shared with you guys right now? Like, are you feeling inspired? Are you feeling overwhelmed? Are you feeling motivated? Are you feeling like you just want to do this and jump on this? Like how are you feeling right now? Because there's a lot of information in this, and I'm really only touching on a fraction of the strategies and the practical tips that I share with you. Everyone's feeling inspired. Yay. Okay. I want to help you do things differently. As I said, I want you to start seeing your goals moving in the right direction. I want you to start focusing on what you do have, and let's allow that to appreciate. I want you to actually become aware of any blocks that you've got in your life, where that awareness allows you to release them. Sally, purposeful, exactly. That's this focus and direction. And I'm going to share with you some testimonials, actually, because when I did this program, I built it and I was like, okay, I need to know that this is going to really have an impact. And I put, I think, 10 women through the pilot program. I'll come back to these slides in a second. And it was mind blowing what happened. These women, these are the testimonials. So one woman in particular, I think is on the next page, a psychologist, and Caroline's the middle one. And, you know, we worked on her financial situation, like her mindset and her fears. And she actually we were able to apply this stuff in her own business as well. And it's been incredible what's happened to her. Like, her business has just hit through what she was worried was a fear and a block, actually was the biggest blessing in disguise, because it forced her to push her business to the next level and to actually expand it and grow it and evolve it, which is what she was always scared and stuck with. Emma, like, it's just about really reshaping your mindset and manifesting desires, igniting inspiration and magic. You're like tapping into positivity. And that's something I think a lot of us need right now, because we are, you know, surrounded by the system, the media, fear. You know, people are closed to some of these things, and we need to get you out of this. Again, Vicky was based in New Zealand, and she came to me with a very clear, we got really clear with her goal. And within, I think she says within 2 weeks, she'd set her manifestation goal was $10,000, and she thought it was going to take her a year. Within 2 weeks, she had manifested the $10,000. I mean, I've got so many text messages from people who are already in the community and are already doing this. It's the freaky stuff that happens, things that the blessings, the windfalls. And even when I did the Manifesting March Challenge, I had a girl who wanted to manifest $1,500. She actually manifested $15,000. Someone gave her a huge amount of jewelry, which she was then able to sell, and she got $15,000. This is the magic I'm talking about. It actually exists within all of us and around us. Sometimes we're so closed because we are rushing and racing and stuck in a place of fear and scarcity, for us to actually be able to take a step back and see this. But the moment you do, and you see it, and this is the big thing, say thank you, and you use it, it then creates this wave of abundance, where another wave comes in with another blessing, and you just, like, the floodgates open up, and it's very magical. So the way I work with people is there is a workbook, and there's 10 podcasts, 10 videos. And because I'm someone who is a busy mom, I have 3 young children, I work for myself, and I have 2 big dogs that need lots of exercise, and I have a partner, Tom, who works for himself as well and travels a lot. I'm busy, I'm time poor. So anything I want in my life has got to work with me and work with my needs. So I've created podcasts. If you're sitting on a bus going to work, or if you're in the car, you can listen to the podcast. But if you're time poor, you can watch a 5-minute video. And I give you all the daily activities, which range between 10 seconds to 20 minutes, depending on what your time got, to help plug and plant special little seeds around you, so that you start working on your goals and seeing progress immediately. So for anyone that wants to do this, jump on the program. You can sign up. It has a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you look at, there's the option there. You've got nothing to lose and so much to gain. And there is so many life hacks shared within this that really do raise the roof in your life. And the feedback with this has been absolutely mind-blowing. I've had, I think, almost 3,000 people tune into this, and it hasn't even been going for 2 months. I think this is like maybe week 5 or 6 in running this masterclass. And because people are ready to do this, they are sick of being stuck. They want to see change. They need help and guidance and light to show them how to grow through this. And some of the biggest setbacks and challenges have been the biggest blessings in disguise. And when you do this program, you can realize this, because I show you how to actually look at your goals and dreams differently. Where you, as I said, you wake up in the morning and you're like, my goal is this, because I have my elevator pitch done right. And my goal is to create more of this, which I already love and appreciate, because I say to myself, I would love more. You start to attract these things. And this is everything that I'm talking about, and I want to show you. And I want to show you how to do things better, bolder, and with bigger, better progress in your life. So for anyone that wants to achieve something in their life. They're ready to do it. They want to have something of their own that they can be proud of and show others. You want to get rid of that feeling of feeling blocked, stuck, frustrated, in that place of fear and frozen in fear, which is even worse. And know that deep down there is something out there, but you just don't know where to start and how to begin the process. This is what I have created for you as a tool. And about, if you're ready to learn other things and allow all the beautiful things and the flow and effect in your life, this is something that it's an honor and passion to be a part of. And so what happens is everyone in the program has direct access to me. They can DM me through Instagram. If I need to jump on a phone call, I will. If you need me to send you a video message, I will. We have a monthly Zoom session, and that Zoom session is recorded because everyone's at different places around the world. And I share that recording so everyone can watch it and rewatch it. And it's about sharing our wins or sharing like our situations so that we can help work together and reframing things. And the one thing I have to say has been incredible in doing this is so many people write their goals wrong. They write their goals, for example, to pay off credit card debt. And the problem with that is the word debt is what we're focusing on. So therefore we attract more of that. So instead I show you how to rewrite that goal. So it's about like having no credit card debt, but again, not wording it in that way, because that word no means you focus on more credit card debt. So I show you how to rephrase and reword that goal so that you are credit free. You have an abundant savings in your account. So you focus on what you want to attract in your life. These are just some of the game-changing stuff. And it's an honor to be a part of this. So everyone who's listened to today, thank you so much for doing so. If you're ready to do this together, I'm ready for you, and I'm ready. You can get started immediately. The moment you access the program, whichever way you choose to try it, you have immediate access. So literally you can join up today and you can start today, or if you want, join today and then get started on Monday where you've got some time and space to get into this. And it's self-paced. It doesn't expire. Once you've got the program, you've got the program. And you can, work through the workbook, do your goals, work out your priorities, work out exactly the right number of goals to have in your life, work on how we're going to put the deadlines in place so that you actually can see that progress, that you're actually getting there and doing things differently, and the signs that you're going to see that you're on the right path, and really just open something up that is deep within you that is going to change your life for the rest of your life. And that you're going to want to share with everyone around you because it works and it adds value and it's a beautiful tool and skill and even a craft to have in your life when you learn how to do this the right way the first time. All right, everyone, I'm going to jump on Instagram. If you need anything from me, just shoot me through an email. Or shoot me through a DM on Instagram. I'm there to answer any questions that you might have. Does anyone have questions right now that they want to put in the chat box right now, and I can quickly answer them for them? Okay, Ron just put, what do you say to those who haven't access to cash to pay for the course or where they start? There is a payment option where if you want, you can pay it off over the course of, I think it's 6 weeks. But I would never want someone who can't afford to do the program, put themselves in financial jeopardy to do that. I would prefer someone to go away and save up first before they do it. That is, I'm a financial planner. That is not, and that's not my ethos at all. So it's definitely a tool that's going to add value to your financial well-being. But and you've got the 30-day money-back guarantee, of course, that is there for you. But if you need to save up first, there is nothing wrong with that. And the course fee is changing, but I'm trying to delay putting it up for as long as I can. Leanne said, can your partner do it with you? Or do you recommend doing it on? No, do it. If your partner is open to this, Leanne, get them to sit down and do this with you. I'll tell you something funny. Whenever I use the word manifestation with Tom, he rolls his eyes. But in fact, Tom does manifestation all the time. In fact, Tom gives me life lectures on doing visualization work. Whenever I'm going through a tough time or I'm trying to do something or I've got something, he will say to me, he'll give me this pep talk. He's like, okay, Canna, imagine yourself doing this, saying this, you're in the room, you're handling this, blah, blah. What he's telling me to do is visualization work, which is a form of manifestation. Anyone who's in the top of their game, whether it be a surgeon, a sports star, an actress, they all do this. They swear by it. So if your partner is open to it, yes, they can. They don't need to pay a separate fee. They log in with the same access that you have, so you can do it together. And what a beautiful thing to do together. And I have to say, like, these some of the goals that we have, like this, you know, Tom actually, like, seeing us go to Bali and book that trip, Tom is more on board with manifestation and visualization work than ever before. How much time do we need to commit? There's no commitment. As I said, I designed this as a self-paced program. You can stop and start as you like. And I don't, like, everyone is different in the way that they learn information and process things. Some people like to, like, just go head first and do a deep dive. That's fine. If that's what works for them, I would probably suggest that people, like, go at the speed that feels right for them. So you might look at the workbook and then listen to one podcast. And then maybe a few days later, maybe go and watch the video that corresponds with that podcast. And then, you know, work on that stuff, mull it through, digest it. You might have something that comes up after listening to something, you know, a few days later. That's the pace I would probably suggest. But it's not like it expires if you haven't accessed it or downloaded it. It doesn't work like that. It's there for you to log into and log out of when you need it. And that's why I always say is we do the mindset work first, because that is where we get really clear with our goals, so that then we know exactly what we want to go and attract and manifest in our lives. So yeah, there's no, the workbook is in PDF format. You download it once you're in the program. So that is, you download it. You can, some members of the community have actually gone and had it professionally printed. You don't have to, you can save it as an e-copy. You can print it off and write it out. It's completely up to you. Eventually I will get it printed into book format, so you can have that as an additional option to use as a journal. But it's a really beautiful program that's having already a profound impact on people's lives. And the great thing about the community is we're sharing the successes and the wins. And there's just all these concepts called money boosters and triggers and landing destinations that just edge you closer and closer and can be the catalyst for the shift of the breakthrough and how you show up in your world. So look, everyone, I've just hit the hour mark. I'm going to let everyone digest everything that we've just spoken about. A huge thank you to everyone's time and for listening to this and being part of it and commenting and sharing. I'm honored, and I'm here to answer any questions. You know how to contact me if you need anything. And I look forward to hopefully seeing you on the other side of the community and working with you on your goals and dreams and doing things differently, because this is powerful stuff. And I promise you, I know, because I've done this in my life and I have achieved a lot personally. And I've also used this to get through some really tough, frightening and challenging times in my life. Okay, everyone, enjoy the rest of